Is there a ballpark amount that you've spent annually on those protocols?
You know, off the top of your head? How much do we spend on health and safety? Minimum of $10 million a year.
Thank you.
Yep.
Dana, right here.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hi, I'm from Chihuahua, Mexico. I'm a local newspaper, and I have two questions for you.
Yes, sir.
The first question is, do you look the Pantera Rodriguez the same style, or do you see another style right tonight? And this is the first question. And the other question, can you say something for many people to Chihuahua come here driving, many people to see our champion or see Yair Rodriguez. Can you tell something for these people and this afición? Because you know, right now I'm a little sick about the loss.
We're going to need a translator for you, sir. Does anybody here speak Spanish? Say that in Spanish. Ask me that question in Spanish.
Okay. La primera, si usted vio el mismo estilo de Yair Rodriguez, como siempre lo ha hecho, o si vio algo diferente en él.
He asked if you saw the same style of Yair Rodriguez tonight, or do you see any changes in the style when you saw the fight tonight against Volkanovski?
Yair?
Yeah.
Well, listen, Yair does what Yair does. He tried to stay on the outside. He tried to pick him apart. Volkanovski walked through it, took him to the ground, roughed him up the first few rounds. After he beat him up, then he said, okay, let's stand up, and he ended up finishing him. I think that Volkanovski not only came up with an incredible game plan, implemented it perfectly.
Ok, y la segunda es que mucha gente de Chihuahua vino aquí manejando para ver a Yair Rodríguez. Si usted puede decir algo a ellos, ya que ahorita están un poco tristes porque Yair perdió.
Is there any words of encouragement for the people of Chihuahua? They drove all the way from Chihuahua, Pantera's home state, to Nevada. It's a very long drive, it's about 15 hours. Do you have any words of encouragement for his family and friends that made the drive all the way here, and then they saw this loss?
Yeah, I understand. Listen, I know how passionate Mexican fans are for their, for their athletes. They're one of the biggest supporters in the world of their own people. It's one of the many cool things that I love about Mexico and the Mexican people. Since as far back as I can remember, Mexicans support other Mexicans. It's incredible. They love their country. They support their people. It's fucking awesome, to be honest with you. I love it. And I've been so excited for many years to have a night like tonight where real Mexicans come in the fight and real Mexicans drive up from Mexico to come watch. I'm sorry it didn't turn out the way that you wanted, but we're opening this PI pretty soon, and I think this is just the beginning of many long road trips from Mexico.
Dana, one question right back here.
Yep.
Want to go back to the expo. Obviously, the NBA has things like the All-Star Game. NFL has a whole week of events for the Super Bowl. Can you put into words what it's like to know that fans not just have a fight night to come to, but a whole event where they can celebrate their love of mixed martial arts and the UFC brand in general?
Yeah, that was the reason we did it. That's what the whole thing was built around. And again, we have a whole creative department that works on this thing. As soon as this is over, they'll start working on next year. So this is something that's planned out, months to a year in advance. And I think it gets better every year. Today was this week was one of the best that we've ever done.
Ilia Topuria was cage side. I know we're coming off a situation where we just had an interim title for the featherweight strap, but if Volkanovski's having surgery and he wants to come back and challenge for the 155-pound strap, would you consider doing another interim featherweight title?
I don't know. I don't think that Volkanovski's going to be out that long, to be honest with you. I don't think this is a major surgery. It's a scope or something like that. I personally don't know enough about it, but I think it's a scope. I don't think it's anything that serious.
Bo Nichols only been doing MMA for a little bit over a year. Do you think he's ready to challenge for a top 15 opponent, or maybe he needs a little bit more time, maybe one more away?
There's no need to throw him in a top 15 yet. He's a young guy. He's just getting started. He's just starting to feel himself out. Believe me, when he's ready, you guys won't. We don't even have to have this conversation. We'll all know when he's ready. But there's no rush to get Bo Nichols into the top 15.
Last question, without giving it away. Is it more than likely that Leon Edwards is going to be either fighting at Madison Square Garden or Abu Dhabi defending his title, the welterweight division?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dana, you had Trump there at the cage side with you. What was that experience like, having him right there?
Listen, we all know he's one of my very, very good friends. I love being around him. I had dinner with him last night till midnight. He's fucking awesome. He's hilarious, and I love hanging out with him. And he's such a huge fight fan, so he knows everybody. He knows everything. You know, it's just, I love the guy.
Did he say what his favorite matchup was?
No, he liked the whole card. You know want to know how crazy this guy is? He's driving here. He got here at like, I want to say he got here at like 5:40. He watched the earlier fights on his phone. You know what I mean? It's like, he loves the fights. And what's really cool about being a fan of this, the way that he is the fighters all love him too. So he had a blast tonight.
What was his reaction when Driscus Duplessis came up to him?
Yeah, no, he was blown away. He was basically talking about, he's like, God damn, this guy's huge. He's big. He's a big, strong guy. And he is. I mean, most of you have met him one-on-one. You ever grab him, like, touch his arm or whatever, the guy's like, table. He's a beast, man. So, yeah, no. What was the question?
Oh, yeah, you answered it.
yeah, he's happy to meet him, yeah.
Stipe, what was that like getting that fight done? Was that hard to...
No. Stipe's been ready to go. Yeah, Stipe was ready to go. Talked to him tonight. He's happy. He's in a good spot. He's ready. Madison Square Garden. He's excited. Thanks, brother.
Dane, over here.
Yep.
There were a lot of Contender Series graduates tonight on one of the biggest cards of the year. How is it like seeing the success of that series unfold throughout these past couple of years?
If you come into our matchmaking room, okay, so these boards are laid out because I have to see everything on the wall. That's why the room was built the way that it is. And there's there's red stickers by some of the fighters, and there's blue stickers by the other. The red came from Tough, the blue come from Contender Series. The entire wall now. I mean, when we have a fight, you're talking half the card are guys from the Contender Series. I love the Contender Series. It's one of the best fight shows on television ever, and I can't wait for it to start up again here. I love that show.
Are you looking to take it internationally?
Well, it is internationally.
Or like maybe do some Contender Series outside of the U.S.?
Nah, I like driving right across the street.
Fair enough.
Right, Dana?
Yep.
Ilia Topuria, we didn't see you at UFC Jacksonville. What did you think of his last performance, and how close is he to a title at February?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, every Tuesday we talk a lot about him now. And I had never considered or thought about going to Spain. Now I have the team working on Spain.
How close are we to a Spain card?
We're close. It's coming.
Yeah, Dana, just here.
Hi.
Well, Leon and Colby. Leon, of course, is in town. Have you managed to speak to him at all? And would that fight make most sense in MSG?
Somebody just asked me that. It's MSG or Abu Dhabi. One of those. One of the two.
And have you managed to catch up at all with Leon?
We are very dialed in with Leon. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, sir.
Dana, right in the middle. Talking about Tough, with the Chandler getting the first 6 wins right now, do you think, would you have rather have changed up the style of Tough at all during the season?
And why is that?
No, I'm just talking about like with the contenders, like guys that have already been in the UFC, and then do you think you would rather, looking back at it, have like one side beat all of the older guys and then one side beat, or split them up instead?
Since they're 6-0 right now.
No.
Fair enough. Do you have any update on Yuri Prohaska or the 205?
Yeah. So we'll be announcing that soon too.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.